You ever fall in love so deeply that your whole world starts spinning around one person? You stop eating, you stop sleeping, and suddenly your entire future feels like it has his name written on it. Well, that's exactly how I felt. So sit down, my dear ones. It's Granny here again. And tonight, I'm going to tell you a story that still shakes my heart. A story about love, lies, and the truth I never expected to find. Before we begin, you know the drill. Click that little like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and tell me in the comments, have you ever trusted someone completely only to realize they were never who you thought they were? Because if you have, then this story is for you. It was the spring of 1984. The air smelled like fresh rain and wildflowers, and I was 28, young, full of dreams, still believing love could fix anything. That's when I met David. He was tall, handsome, soft-spoken, and when he smiled, I swear the world slowed down a little. He wasn't flashy, he wasn't rich, but he made me feel seen, really seen. He'd show up at my porch every Sunday morning with coffee in one hand and a newspaper in the other. He'd say, "Let's read the world together before it changes again." And I thought, God, if this isn't love, then what is? We dated for almost a year. He met my friends, my neighbors, even my mama liked him. That woman didn't like anyone. One night, under the stars, he held my hand and said, "I don't want to live a day without you, baby. You're my home." My heart almost burst out of my chest. I believed every single word. And when he pulled out that little box with the ring, I thought, this is it. My forever is finally here. But you know how life is? It has a cruel way of showing you the truth when you least expect it. A week before the wedding, he said he had to leave town. Work emergency, he called it. I didn't question it. I trusted him. He said he'd be back in 2 days. 2 days turned into 5. 5 turned into 10. No calls, no letters, no nothing. I started to worry. Then one evening, a woman came to my door. She looked exhausted, eyes swollen like she'd been crying for days. She said, "Are you the woman who's supposed to marry David?" My heart stopped. I said, "Yes." "Why?" She held up her hand, and there it was, the same ring. She whispered, "I'm his wife." My knees gave out. The world tilted. Everything I thought I knew collapsed right there on my front porch. She wasn't lying. She showed me pictures, their wedding, their son, a little boy who looked just like him. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't even cry. Because how do you cry for someone who was never yours to begin with? Days went by. He finally came back with flowers, like nothing happened. I didn't scream. I didn't curse. I just asked one question. Why? He didn't deny it. He didn't even apologize. He just said, "I didn't mean to hurt you. I just couldn't let you go." That's when I realized some men don't love you. They just love how you love them. I told him to leave, and he did, but not before saying, "You'll miss me." And I did. God help me, I did. Because love doesn't disappear just because it breaks you. Weeks turned into months, and I found myself standing in front of the mirror one night, seeing a woman I barely recognized. I wasn't angry anymore, just empty. So I wrote him a letter. I didn't send it, but I wrote every word I couldn't say. "Dear David, you taught me that love isn't always truth. But thank you, because through your lies, I finally met myself." I folded that letter and burned it. Watched the ashes fall like forgiveness. Years later, I heard he lost everything. His wife left, his son stopped talking to him. And you know what? I didn't smile. I didn't say karma. I just whispered a prayer for him. Because pain doesn't need revenge. It needs release. Now, my dear ones, if you've ever been lied to, if you've ever given your heart to someone who didn't deserve it, listen to Granny for a second. You didn't lose them. You lost the version of yourself that thought you couldn't live without them. And that's something to be proud of. If you're still here listening, leave me a broken heart emoji in the comments. Tell me, have you ever trusted someone completely, only to realize they were never who you thought they were? Because if you have, then this story is for you. If you've ever forgiven someone who didn't even say sorry, because I want to read your story next. And if this story touched your heart, go ahead and like the video. It helps me keep sharing these truths from this old heart of mine. Subscribe if you haven't already, because next Sunday, I'll be telling you another story, one about the woman who loved again, and this time, it was finally real. You see, my loves, love isn't meant to be perfect. It's meant to teach. It's meant to grow you. And sometimes, it's meant to break you, so you can finally see what you truly deserve. So tonight, if you're holding on to someone who's not holding back, let go. You're not losing love, you're making space for the right one. Good night, my dear ones. And remember, don't chase what left you. Heal and let the right love find its way home. Moral note: sometimes the people who promise forever are the ones who are only meant to teach you how to love yourself.